Issue 1, thank you, John McLaughlin. What a capital idea to subsidize the pensions of the Chicago teachers. A tax on financial trades from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the Chicago Board Options Exchange, $1 to $2 tax levied on each one of those transactions. Let's listen to the brains behind this, CTU President Karen Lewis. Why didn't we think of that more time?
Because it's a terrible idea. It's not a new idea. This is something that, frankly, was promoted about 4 or 5 years ago, the Robin Hood tax concept, for essentially the same demagogic reasons as Karen Lewis articulated. She has an interesting way of asking for help. She said, instead of everybody being angry at these people, meaning futures traders, financial sector employees, instead of everybody being angry at them about their money and their greed and all these other things, it's an opportunity for them to be heroes. Here's what would happen. It wouldn't be good tax policy. It wouldn't be good for the city. She'll note that it was just 3 short years ago where the state carved out a special exemption from the tax increase to keep the CME group here, because what the state understands, even liberal Democratic politicians, is if CME pulls out of Chicago, then all the associated financial services and insurance companies that are attached to it go as well. And you think the city is being hollowed out now? Wait till that happens.
They're not going to leave. They love the windy city Chicago is. They couldn't
they'll
leave.
Be singing that song right out, on their way out the door.
They're not going to leave the union stockyards. How about this? How about the Chicago teachers take a 50% pay cut? Because, you know, there are people sit on the waiting list to be teachers in the archdiocesan, and easy for me to say, schools. And they take a hell of a lot less money, and the results would be just as good. Issue 2, Cubs Sox series this week. Feels like exhibition games because the season really hasn't started, has it? We're not even done with the hockey playoffs. Are you even following this, Pat Buchanan?
I am following it. Jose Abreu is the only second player in Major League Baseball history to, in his rookie year, to be the player of the month. He was the player of the month in April. It's fun to watch. Sox are 500. They're competing. The Cubs are a terrible baseball team, so it's fun to watch my beloved White Sox take it to the Cubs as they've done in the first 2 games.
So he bats like once every couple or 3 innings, Jose Abreu, right?
The Sox have young, exciting players. Viciedo, Diaz, Chris Sale, of course, who's on the DL.
Yeah, that's good.
Simeon, Adam Eaton.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday they had this new guy, Sierra. He just popped out of nowhere. Is he like the grandson of Ruben Sierra? These are the fascinating things, White Sox minutia that we are dwelling on until the city series ends.
Remember 1983 and winning ugly?
They started out the season horribly.
Couldn't have a making of that. This is not horrible. Being 500 at this stage in the season, not horrible for the White Sox.
You know what? My suggestion is put Pudge in number 2 in the batting order, and this team could go places. Issue 3, the primaries last night. Looks like the GOP establishment won in North Carolina. Tom Tillis, the Speaker of the House, GOP establishment guy, beat out the Tea Party guy as well as a social conservative to face Kay Hagan, who was vulnerable. Does this signal the end of the Tea Party? Eleanor Clift.
The most important thing is, Clay Aiken won, so we can have a fun general election for that congressional seat in North Carolina. And there's no end of the Tea Party. This is just a misunderstanding what the Tea Party is. The Tea Party is just a synonym. It's just a different name for the conservative grassroots. That's the foundation of the party, and the real impact of the conservative base of the party, in addition to winning elections and moving a policy agenda, is also providing an accountability mechanism when Republicans stray and decide that they're going to focus on advancing the flag of the other party rather than advancing the flag they say they salute. And nowhere is that more important than in Illinois.
I think I'm happy with Tom Tillis.
You don't know anything about him.
I don't know anything about him.
Right.
But who I'm not happy with is that guy in Georgia, the doctor who doesn't believe in evolution. I mean,
Paul Brown.
Yeah, right. Okay. Are you happy with him?
He'll be fine.
I don't think so. Issue 4, Tony the Tiger is dead. The voice of Tony the Tiger, Lee Marshall, dead at the age of 64. He had done the voice since 1999. Would you like to audition for that? I know you do an Affleck duck impersonation. Can we hear that Affleck impersonation? Freddie Bonds.
Affleck.
It's a minimalist one. I think you got to ramp it up a little bit for Tony the Tiger. You know, they say these things happen in threes. So we could have Tony the Tiger. I'd watch out if I were Count Chocula right now and the Kellogg's Cornflakes Rooster.
The Lucky Charms Leprechaun.
Oh, yeah. Yellow hearts, pink flowers. Yeah. Clovers, whatever. You think I'm Irish?
It's a good Captain Crunch impersonation.
Thank you so much.